Hi everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Stitching with Nicole, Flosstube 139. Hi everyone, I'm so happy to be back with you this week. I did skip last week, not because anything was wrong or anything like that. I do love to film weekly videos, but because I didn't have anything to share. I've been in a little bit of a stitching slump, or yeah, let's call it a stitching slump. I had not stitched hardly anything. So I didn't have anything really to share other than my market haul, which I did film. So that's fun. I'll pop that in here during EnableVision, but I'll just show some other things as well. But yeah, I just didn't have anything to share, and I didn't want to do like a 5-minute video and be like, I have nothing. Bye. So I just went ahead and skipped last week. I've had a lot of deadlines. I have several virtual events I'm teaching over the next couple months in April and in May. And so I just had a lot of things I needed to take care of. And I was tired. I just did not stitch. I don't know what it was. So for everybody asking, my Pottery Barn furniture, my desk, my office furniture, it goes in like my main living area, only kind of at the end of the room. The room, sometimes basement rooms are kind of long and open. So one end of the basement is family room, sectional, all of that. And then the other corner, my son did have his setup in there, but he had moved that to his room. And it's kind of in the area where one end is like the built-in bar area. We have a table down there, table and chairs, but then there's this long corner, or there's this long section of wall in a corner. And I thought, because I already don't have my desktop office, like where you keep your files and stuff. I already don't have that in my craft room. So I thought it would look really nice to have that look like it's built in down there. So that's what I had ordered. It did come. I am not going to show it yet because, of course, a piece was missing, as things go. It's a long story. I'd already said it once, was not recording. I'm not going to talk about it. It does not matter. Pottery Barn made it right. They are shipping me a new one. However, I do have to wait because I did pay for the white glove service. It's heavy. It's furniture. I don't want it just to be delivered to the doorstep. And then, I mean, the boys could do it. However, I paid already for them to bring it in, remove the packaging, put it where it's supposed to go. And in this case, they are going to have to shift one of the units in order to put it where it's supposed to go. So we're going to let them do that. This was their error, so we are going to let them do that for this. But they quoted me between mid to late April, which is a bummer, but it is okay. It will be fine. I can live without it. I am very much enjoying my desk area. Down there, I have moved my desktop and my printer and all that down there, which it's been fabulous. I had it crammed really in the corner of a guest room is where I have been doing all of that for years and really kind of hate it. And I am loving the space. It feels fantastic. So it will be lovely. Just have to wait a couple more weeks before I get that. And I also, in the next couple of weeks, probably about 2.5 weeks from now, we will start moving all the furniture or all my craft room to the room down there that I'm using for my craft room. I am having carpet shampooed and, just some little touch-up things and whatnot before I do that. And it will be a process, but not a long process, because I want to have it all set up, ready to go and film, because I do have a virtual event coming up in April. So, and then a couple in May. That is kind of an update on that. I know I said I'd share, but I did not anticipate that not everything would be here. And it, whatever. It is what it is. So let's talk about what you can expect in this week's episode. The first thing we're going to talk about today is the Patriotic PEARS sale that starts this Tuesday, March 31st. We're going to talk about FFOs. We're going to talk about whips or works in progress, what I have been stitching on. We're going to talk about another new sale. Tara Sullivan is starting a sale, I believe, on April 6th. I think I'm right about that, for her birthday, which is one of the new With Thy Needle and Thread charts. So I'm going to join in on that. So I'll talk about that. I'm going to share EnableVision, including my market haul and anything else that has come. A whole bunch of stuff has come. It kind of came all at once here. So we'll have some EnableVision, and we will also have some happy mail that I have received from viewers or designers. Let's go ahead and jump into this week's episode. As a reminder, some of the links down in the description may be affiliate links, which means if you choose to shop through those links, I do earn a small affiliate commission at no extra cost to you. I really appreciate the support. It does help me support my channel and what I do here. I also have Buy Me a Coffee. It is the Ko-fi link down below, and it is never expected, but always appreciated. And I want to thank Jana for the Ko-fi from the last video. I so appreciate it, Jana. Thank you so much. Timestamps are provided in the description box below for your convenience. Anything I'm talking about that I have a link for, I do give you a link to that, or I try to list it down there so it makes it easy or for easy reference. I also have a link to my shop as well as my Amazon shop, so definitely check the description for those if you're looking for something specific. 2 weeks ago, I mentioned that if you left a comment, I might have a surprise for a viewer, and I decided to choose 3 of you. And the 3 comments that I am going to pop up on the screen here in a minute will receive the Easter Floss Drop and Project Card bundle from me, from my shop, just as a fun little surprise giveaway here. So if these are your comments here on the screen, please email me at this email address with your mailing address, and we will get those in the mail to you right away for you to enjoy. Congratulations. And you might want to stay tuned to the Happy Mail segment, because I might have something else for you guys this week. Let's talk about the Patriotic PEARS Stitch Along Kickoff. So I am going to be your head cheerleader for the Patriotic PEARS Stitch Along. I am hosting this Stitch Along, and it starts March 31st, so Tuesday, and I will be hosting 3 weeks of live Stitch with Me videos starting Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Central Time. I am going to pop here on the screen the schedule for the Stitch Along, so you know what to expect. I do run a pretty scheduled Stitch Along so that it doesn't last forever. You can view those videos at any time, though. You do not have to keep up. You can work at your own pace. Those videos will be there for you. So the first 3 weeks of videos, the March 31st, April 7th, and April 14th, those videos will be live Stitch with Me's, where we will be stitching one of the pairs each week. We're going to start with our red pair, then we're doing the blue pair, and finally we're going to finish with the stars and stripes pair that last week. Then the fourth week of the stitch along, April 21st, that is week 4. That will be the edited video of the finishing tutorial for the pears. So how I finish the pears, and that will be edited. It will go live at the same time, 7 p.m. Central Time. I will be live in the chat. It will be a premiere video. So that means if you watch right at 7 p.m., you'll be the first to see it. I will be live in the chat. I can answer questions live with you in the chat. It just won't be a live video for the finishing, because finishing takes longer than what we want to hang around for, and you can reference it at any time. I'm going to walk you step by step on how to finish your pears, especially if you've never done one before, or if it's just a nice refresher for you guys. Then we're basically done, right? I have something special for you for a week 5. It will be a bonus content video, something that will coordinate back with this project. So that will also go live then that final week. And you can come check it out. I'm really excited to share that with you. And there will be more details available in my newsletter a little closer to that week. And definitely sign up for my newsletter. I do have a sign up in the description box down below. That way you will always have the latest and greatest. Now, let's talk about the finishing for this really quick. I have partnered with Steph at Lindy Stitches for a finishing kit. You can purchase the finishing kit right from her. It is $20. You get 3 backing fabrics, 3 cotton fabrics for the backing. Say that 5 times fast. And I have picked those out from some current Riley Blake collections. You're also getting some fusible interfacing and the Weeks Dye Works wool felt to finish the stems, the leaves, and the bottoms of your pears. So what you will need to provide is stuffing. And that we decided not to include that. Stuffing changes from person to person what you like to use. For example, I use wool roving. I usually use a combination of wool roving and crushed walnut shells just to give some weight in the bottom of my pear. And I will be showing you my other pears that I have finished during this stitch along. What I want to say about that, some people might want to use polyester fiberfill. I don't know why I can't have words. Or maybe you want to completely stuff yours with walnut shells, or maybe you want to use sawdust. I will provide a link to some of those things. I will have a special group on my Amazon shop for the things I am using, but you may already have some of those things at home. If not, pick up some of these down below. Now, when I do a combination, so my first pears that I did polyester fiberfill and crushed walnut shells. For the Christmas pears that I did wool roving and crushed walnut shells. I would highly recommend a funnel for the crushed walnut shells because they can be a little bit of a pain to get where you want them to go. And I will have links to all of those in my Amazon shop, so definitely check that out if you need to pick up those things. But the fabrics and the interfacing and the wool are in that kit, so definitely grab my link down below, run over to Lindy Stitches and get your finishing kit ordered. We do not need it till week 4, but get it ordered, get it on its way. There is a limited number of them, a limited number of kits that they have put together for this. So when they're gone, they are gone. So grab yours now. If you want to finish just like I am finishing, I picked a really fun like colonial map print. I picked a 1776 texty type print, and then a beautiful kind of patriotic floral print. I'm really excited about them. I think they're going to work great with no matter what kind of fabrics you guys picked for your pears. The stitch along is Aida and linen or even weave friendly. And you can stitch on whatever count you want. You'll just need to size up, and we will talk about that during the finishing tutorial week. I'm going to show you, you do get the template if you're stitching on 36 in the chart, because that is what the pears in the model were stitched on. However, I'm going to show you kind of how I size mine, well, I'm going to use this, but how you can size it up or down depending on what you've stitched on. It's pretty easy to do, so no worries there. I'm going to show you that exactly during the finishing video. Very, very excited about that. If you didn't catch in, I do have a video where I walk you through prepping my linen, or I prep my linen, but prep your aider or whatever. I'm going to pop that. I'll have a link right here and down in the description. I do have project cards and floss drops in my shop if you're interested. I also have I showed you getting all of my fabric ready. So I've got all my fabric. Oh, I have 2 blues here because one of these actually goes to my friend Lori. So I have my fabric all ready to go and super excited about this stitch along. I think we're going to have so much fun. These should not take that long to stitch, which is nice. I think our assignment each week is going to go very, very quickly. And thank you guys for your excitement for joining in, and use this hashtag. If you're joining in, please make sure you tag me on social media, tag Annie. I know Annie would love to see her pairs, her design being stitched by all of you. So make sure you tag Annie, make sure you tag Lindy Stitches, and a huge thank you to Steph for the finishing kits and all of her wonderful support of this Sal. And please tag me, because we would all love to see you guys stitching these amazing patriotic pairs. Okay, so FFO, I thought I would have 2, but we're just going to have 1 this week. I'll finish the other one later. This is an old one I finished, and while I definitely think these could work for Valentine's Day, I kind of think hearts are a good idea all the time. So last year I stitched the Be Still My Heart Hydrangea kit from Samplers Not Forgotten. And it's been sitting, waiting to be finished. I even had chosen what I wanted to use for the backing, which is this Lady Dot Creates Peapod Velveteen, or Velveteen, I was right. And I finished mine into a little heart, and I'm going to show you how I am styling it for my decor. And here is my finished heart. I did use the trim that came in the kit, as well as the little embellishments. So the little pen, the button, the charm, and this trim came in there, but I did switch out the fabric that came in the kit for the velveteen. And then I opened my pillow in the back and I Frankensteined it shut, but then because you cannot iron on the velveteen, I decided to take this little label I have here, and I think these are still available at Fat Quarter Shop, so I'll put a link down below. I hand stitched that in place, because usually what I do on a pillow finish is iron it on the cotton fabric on the back, you know, to kind of smooth it all out and all of those good things. And then I will either put a wool patch on there, or I like these iron-on patches. This one was just ironed on. I could hand stitch it if I ever need to, if I find it like it is curling up right there. So if I needed to, I could hand stitch this one down as well. But that is how I finished the back of this, and I think it is so sweet and cute. And I'm going to style it with this with Thy Needle and Thread piece that I finished a year ago. And this actually sits in a tray on my nightstand. And I'm going to show you my tray because I just think it's a pretty little way to have some fun decor like on my nightstand that's stitching. I'm going to hold it up first. It's heavy because I have this marble tray that I got a while back at Target. So here is my tray. I have candles. They're not real. They're my great little battery operated candles, and I usually just keep it back here behind here. But you can see that I just have some sweet little pillows on the tray, and I think they're pretty. I love the little feminine touch that adds. I like the little tray, how it is so cute, really, really fun. But we're going to try this out together. I had seen this somewhere online, and it's called a thread zap it. And it doesn't matter for the new finish. So this is my new finish. And I used the linen that came in the kit as well for this. It was probably 36 count, I'll tell you. Yes, 36 count gray from Weeks Dye Works was what came in the kit for this one. And I stuffed it with wool roving. So it's really lightweight. It's a little teeny tiny one, obviously. But what I want to talk about is this guy, stuffed with walnut shells. And if you can see, let's just flip the camera. The ends here, this is what, because every once in a while I just take a lint roller and kind of clean it up, get dust and whatever off of it. Well, it's got this snag, and that's with ends of ribbon, that's what happens. So what I thought we would do is we're going to try this little thread zap it, and we're going to try it here on camera. I will link to it if we love it. I'll link to it, but I'm going to grab it out of here. It does require one AA battery, so we're just going to open it up, and it tells you right here how it goes in. Oh, I don't want to put my hand on it, but I want to show you. When I push that, do you see it get red? Okay. We are going to do this on this one. I bet you can see that. We're just zapping. Oh, I can smell it. We have no smell-o-vision here. Okay, so it did kind of burn them a little bit, but I think that should help. Okay. We're going to snip that awful end on this. And we are going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to hold it. And hopefully that, yeah, it's even cool right now. That is not the nicest trim job I could have done. Let's try to do a little more even. So if you have ribbon, I use ribbon a lot, and you want to have the ends not unravel, I think this is a fabulous little tool. Okay, so I have done both of these now. And look at that. Okay, I didn't do this one very good, apparently. Oh, I missed an area. So see? Let's just go ahead. Okay. Now, yay! No more snagging! Okay, this is an awesome little gadget, you guys. It's called the Beadsmith Thread Zap 2. I am super pumped to use this on all kinds of different things. I got it on Amazon. I'll link it down below, and I will add it to my Amazon shop. But I think whether you are doing things for card making, cross stitch, whatever you have a little ribbon for, it is going to zap those ends and help it not fray. So really, really fun. So that is my little hack for my tray today. Thanks for letting me try that out on camera. I just thought it was, I like to keep these little things. I'll keep that in the drawer with my tool. But I love my, let's look at my little tray one more time. I'm going to pull it over here. It's so heavy. So I got my little, you know, battery operated candles and my little hearts. I just love it. I think it's really cute and fun. And that is my finish for today. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully I'll have a couple more next week. I really wanted to get Summer Swan done, but I'm running out of time to get this video up. So the hydrangea heart it is. So let's talk my whips and what I've been stitching on. So my first piece, I can't remember if I stitched any more on this or not. I'm thinking I didn't. I'm thinking this is exactly where I was last week or 2 weeks ago. So I would like to probably work on this one and get this one finished, as Easter is next week. And I literally didn't get to hardly anything I wanted to work on. But that's okay. It does not matter, but I would like to get this one finished up since I started it last year. And this is Hop into Spring by With Thy Needle and Thread. And I am stitching mine on the called for 36 count pyrite, 1 strand over 2 with all of the called for over dyed and DMC. And if this is exactly where I was before, so sorry. I can't remember what I shared. Okay, next up I have my March wordplay, and I think I've stitched on this since I saw you guys last. I'll pop the comparison photo in. I hope that I've stitched on this since the last time. I think I did. If not, so sorry. I did not really stitch on this a lot either. I don't know what my deal is. I really don't. But I would like to work on this and get this one finished up. We're definitely going out like a lion here in Kansas this year, not in. We might have gone in too, I just can't remember. But I am stitching on 36 count Treasure Map by Color and Cotton. 1 strand over 2 with all of the called for Gentle Arts floss. And I've got all my Gentle Arts on here. This is February, March, and April on here. And I did skip February because it was too late when I had finished. So I started March. And then I did end up starting April. I had this great plan that I was going to be able to get both of these done. And I've literally, it goes like this. I started here in the middle, and I started here on the flower. Oh, I know what it is. And I realized I don't have this color of Gentle Arts Corn Husk. I've ordered it. It's just not here. And I looked everywhere because I had made a master list and I thought for sure I had all of my floss, and I don't. So I have both of these going. I'm going to go ahead and finish this one, and I'm going to finish this one this week. It doesn't take that long. I want to get March done, and then we can work on the April one. But those are the March and April word plays by With Thy Needle and Thread. Okay, next we have Happy Day from Plum Street Sampler, and this is a market release for Nashville Needlework Market 2026, and I absolutely love this piece. So here is my start on this. This actually stitches up really quickly. It's a joy to stitch. I started up here in the top left, and I have my whole top border done. I started the white border here that goes around, and I've started on this corner. Now there is an alternate version for stitching that corner if you don't want to do the date, so that's what I'm following. I decided to leave the date out and just have the happy day on here. So I've got my top border. I've started down the left side, and I've also started filling in a little bit here. I am using all of the called for overdyes and DMCs. I've got the DMCs on my floss drops here, and I am loving it. The colors are so, so pretty, you guys. Absolutely beautiful. Loving this. I'm stitching on 36 count Affogato by Fiber on a Whim, which is the called for. So called for fabric and called for floss for this one. And this is Happy Day by Plum Street Samplers. Okay, my last stitch or whip to share this week is also one I talked about that I was going to get up and get started. And this is a Teresa Kogut March 2026 Patreon chart called Renewal. And I haven't been able to put this one down. So this is what I've been spending most of my time on. I am stitching mine on 36 count Buttermilk by Fiber on a Whim. And the only color I swapped out for me, so the geese, the called for the geese is 3866. And I found on my fabric, or the area I'm stitching on, it was too light. So I ripped it out, and I am using Whitewash by Weeks Dye Works. But for me, I have, it's kind of in 3 pages. So there's like 1/3 is on the back of one of these 8.5 by 11 sheets. And then the other one has the front, like 1 and 2, if that makes sense. So I feel like it's in thirds. So I have 1/3 of it done. And I'm loving it. I love, love, love the colors of it. I think the geese are so cute. Really simple color palette. I love this St. Bernard color. That's the ribbon here around the geese's necks. I love that. But such a pretty design. I'm loving everything about this. I want to do the ornament too, and there are a few days left to join Teresa's Patreon. You can get these charts. This one you would need to be in tier 4 to get this one, I believe, because this is for tiers 2, 3, and 4. So tier 2 gets a certain chart, then tiers 2 and 3, and then tiers 2, 3, and 4, and this is the chart for that, and I love it. Spring is a renewal for the earth and the soul. Just absolutely beautiful. The geese are so fun. This head tilt on this one is my favorite. I believe this is the same style as the round ornament. I have that one downstairs at my stitch spot because I want to stitch it next. But I just love it. And I think even though this says spring, I think this, you could leave the words off if you wanted to. You could change the text if you wanted to. I think it would be pretty left out, you know, kind of into early summer even. But I just love, love, love it. Isn't it adorable? I mean, these geese, look at that little face. So cute. I can't wait to get to this one. So I'm going to start on what I'm calling my page 2. I started on the right side and I'm working my way to the left. And I did start down here in the lower right corner. And I stitched the flower, and then I came over here and did this goose, and then I brought this all the way up so I would know where this hit, and then I was able to cut my fabric down. That's how I did it this time instead of, you know, measuring ahead of time. But this is Renewal by Teresa Kogut. Okay, so I think I mentioned in the video that I was kitting up for Sal's, and I cannot remember what the other thing I thought I would participate in. It might come to me. Who knows? But one of them that is coming up very soon is Tara Sullivan's birthday, Sal. And she usually picks something from Market to start. And so I believe this is the one that won out in the poll that she put up. With Needle and Thread was the other one. I am going to kit that up and start it as well, but I am going to participate in this. And what I picked for my fabric is I picked this Fawn pail that I had in my stash from Color and Cotton. It's from the January 2025 Fabric Club, and I thought that would be really pretty. I have some of the colors here. I put in an order for the rest of my colors. I am missing a ton. So I am going to get this all kitted up. They're probably in other project bags, truthfully. But I'm going to get this kitted up and get this ready to start on, I believe, April 6th, if I'm not mistaken. And really, really cute. So, so fun. I love this piece. It is not very big. If I can remember correctly, 129 by 155. The model was stitched on 40. I did pick a 36 to stitch mine on. So mine might be a little bit bigger than that, but I think it's gorgeous. Let's see. If you choose to add beads to the wreath, you'll need to get a few of those. And let's see. I was looking for the beads on here. I already have these because they are one she uses quite a bit. So it's size 11, light yellow. I do not know how you say this. Ceylon, Ceylon. Mayuka Delica beads from Bead Treasures from Hobby Lobby. I have these. Like I said, I've used them on other With Thy Needle and Thread projects. So I'm going to get this all finished kitted up. I love this piece. I love this little red house. I love that it's an everyday piece. Something that I would like to have more of in my house is more everyday pieces, not just seasonal, as much as I love my seasonal. You guys know I'm a seasonal kind of girl, but I do love these everyday-ish pieces, and I do love me some red. So really excited to start this one. I am a border girl as well. That border is gorgeous. That house, those big flowers. I love everything about this one. So I have that kitted up and ready to go. I'm really excited about that. And I will have, no, I'm sure there was another Sal I will have to, that I thought I would participate in. I'm going to have to go search and look and see what I thought that would be. Maybe it's my own Sal, honestly. I there's too many things happening. As always, I want to stitch all the things. I want to stitch them all right this second. I know you can all relate. All right, EnableVision Market charts are here. My order from Lindy's Stitches has arrived. Let's open it up together and see all of this wonderful chart goodness. So I love that I know instantly what is going to be in here with my little Lindy's Stitches sticker. And I am opening this for the first time on camera with you guys. I didn't even open it. I slid my scissors through the tape. That was it. So let's see what my little, there's a little blue flower free chart that came in here. There is a really cute little Market Nash Stash sticker. And then my order. So this is the gorgeous new color of Tuscan linen from Fox and Rabbit. I got it in 36. Oh, that's super pretty. I like that a lot. Yippee! My Patriotic Pairs chart from Annie B's is here. I, of course, will be sharing all about, or have shared in this video, all about the Patriotic Pairs Stitch Along. So, so fun. Love this. Got the 250th celebration chart from Teresa Kogut with this gorgeous eagle here. I guess I bought Upon My Heart from Plum Street. I don't remember that, but I guess I did. I got the Pledge of Allegiance, which I am going to do a stitch along, a more informal stitch along, just as far as there won't be a finishing tutorial after the Patriotic Pairs is done. I got Goose on the Loose from Hands On Design. We got the Spring Parade Sewing Basket from Stacy Nash. Pip and Cottage Sewing Book. The Olive Animal Cracker. Abigail Animal Cracker. I got the Hello Winter book from Teresa Kogut, which I'm stitching this, and that's one of my Christmas Whip Go numbers this month. I got Patriotic Sampler from Jeanette Douglas. I did get the Shepherd's Bush Platitude, Love Each Other. Peace on Earth from Shakespeare's Peddler. Peace from Shakespeare's Peddler. The Autumn Sampler Fragment from Shakespeare's Peddler. And the Lilac Heart Kit. Lilac Heart Kit by Samplers Not Forgotten. Freedom Flock from Plum Street Sampler. And There is the Worthy Patriot. Look at this beautiful book. Oh, that's nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so that is my market orders. And I believe, for me, this is what I ordered plus the With Thy Needle and Thread that I shared last week. That is my market haul. Super excited about all these. I will link all of them for you down below. If they're out of stock currently, you can always grab them. Maybe your local LNS has it, or if you have another shop, or sign up to be notified when they come back in stock. Super anxious to get some of these kitted up. All right, so I clipped in my market opening my package from Lindy's Stitches for you guys. Well, I had not forgotten because I had pre-ordered the Treasure Map linen from Color and Cotton when they had the pre-order in January, because I want to stitch all of the word plays from With Thy Needle and Thread on those for the year. So I bought a big enough piece because I only had a little bit left. Plus Treasure Map is one of my very, very favorite linens from them. So I ended up ordering some of that. And the dumb thing I did, so when the pre-order started, I instantly got my Treasure Map in 36. And I bought the quarter yard, you know. And so I really like their new labeling system, by the way, at Color and Cotton. So I got that. Well, then I decided, let me find it. Then I decided that I was going to do all the word plays on the same fabric. So I ended up buying a much bigger cut, about a half yard of it. So I have plenty now in 36 count Treasure Map. Ha, that's fine. I love it. It's a fabulous, fabulous basic. And I just wanted to make sure I didn't run out. Okay. Then in that original pre-order, I bought lots of other things too. So the first thing, I wanted the 36 Treasure Map for the wordplay, but I also decided to get some 40. And then I bought, they had a bunch of really, really good colors. And I thought, you know, I'm going to try several things. So I got this peppercorn color in 36. It's a really good, see if I pull it back a little bit, grayish brown. What do you guys think about, oh, what's his name? Smoky Santa is not what it is. The Teresa Kogut stocking, I think might look amazing on this. I might do a floss toss and see, but I really liked this. So this is peppercorn. I bought a bunch. I mean, why not? I also got barnwood, which might be a good contender too. So I'm going to show them side by side here. This is peppercorn that I just showed you. It's browner. This one's almost a little grayer. This one might be the better choice. It's barnwood. Really pretty. Let's open it a little bit because I think, look how pretty that is. Oh, I love it. Great, great color. So I got all of these in 36. Then I also got this brown color saddle. I don't really know why. I just guess I thought I needed it. I'm sure I'll find something good for it. I actually have an idea. We'll see. But I do think it's really pretty. Great fallish color for sure. Then as far, well, no, there's another, a little bit lighter brown. I'm actually going to keep the saddle out to show them side by side. I also got butternut. So here's butternut, the lighter, and then this darker one is the saddle. Both of those super, super pretty. I like both of them a lot. Okay, and then for my neutrals, I got 36 count beachcomber, which I believe I got this in the club when I was in the Color and Cotton Club one month, and it is just a fabulous, nice light neutral. That one is a really, really good one. And then I also got some 36 count graham cracker, which is a little bit darker neutral, but I also think this one is fabulous. Really good color. So, so pretty. So my tip for you is if you love Color and Cotton linen, follow them and definitely make sure when they do their pre-orders, pick up some things because they don't offer them all the time, which is a bummer. But when they have those pre-orders, I like to pick up some of their linens because I really do like their linen a lot. And they happen to have a bunch. I just had kind of forgotten because it feels like 100 years ago was that we were in January, and I put in I think those were the January pre-order. It wasn't December, was it? I think it was January. Anyhow, so those are the linens I got from Color and Cotton. Okay, and then I was working on something and I couldn't decide what I wanted to use. And so I picked up some extra linen, and I have Affogato in like 36. I probably have it in 40 as well, but I wanted to get some 46. So I picked that up from 123 Stitch. So this is Fiber on a Whim Affogato in 46 count. And then I also picked up a 46 because I know I have this Cedar River in mica in both 36 and 40, but I saw it, they had the 46 at 123 Stitch. So I picked up the mica color from 123 Stitch. It's a linen heavy day today. I am part of the Sweetwater Label Club, and so my latest label came this last week. So, so cute. I can't wait to put that into a quilt. I cannot wait to have everything set up and have my sewing space, be able to sew when I want to sew. So I'm excited about that. This is free, but if you guys follow Tara Sullivan, Sully Stitches, and you totally should, she stitched this, and this was a free chart for participating shops that went to market, and Fat Quarter Shop does have it for download for free. It's the America Berry, and I am going to stitch this. I absolutely love it. Tara stitched it up in no time flat. I think she even has it, if I'm not mistaken, FFO'd already. But I will put a link to this down in the description if you would like to grab it. I am going to stitch this. I think I may even stitch it tonight. I need a change of scenery from some geese. So I might work on this one. I'd like to have a finish. I feel like everything I'm working on, I'm just slogging through lately. I don't know. Let's see what this was stitched on. Corn silk from Weeks Dye Works. Well, we're just going to pick a good, and it was stitched on 32. I'm going to stitch mine on 36, and I'll just pick a nice neutral. Probably even a scrap would work for that. Okay, then I have some happy mail that I'd like to share with you. So Danae sent me just the most beautiful card. So pretty. I absolutely love this. So thank you so much, Danae. And in the package, you guys, she sent me a chart that I hadn't purchased, and I'm so glad that I got it before I placed my order, because I just saw it come back into stock at Lindy's Stitches, so I will link it for you guys down below. But it's the Tomato from the new designer Needle and Moss, and you guys know I love all things tomato, as we all do. But I'm thinking that this would be a fabulous addition to my little stitchy. I haven't just decorated my shelves yet. And I'm excited to decorate them, but I also don't really want to unload more than I have to. Like, I haven't even moved my files and stuff into the files, because I'm like, I'm just going to have to take them all out for them to move things. But I am super excited to get my shelves all decorated, and I want to stitch this beauty. So good. And it is stitched on 36 count Red Rose by number 12 Stitch Co., which is what I am going to stitch mine on. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just love, love, love it. So thank you so much, Danae. You totally made my day. A little more fabulous happy mail. Our good friend April of Crafty Bluebonnet Designs sent her new charts. You guys. So fun, so good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show them to you, but I'm going to be giving these away. So if you've never done a giveaway here on my channel before, please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Please be over 18. I do have to ask for your mailing address. USA only for shipping. And you have until the date shown here on the screen to leave your comment for a chance to win. And I have 3 chances for you guys to win. So leave the numbers that you're interested in. We're going to start, and all of these are new charts from April. So the first bundle is the bee bundle. So use a 1 if you're interested in this bee bundle, and you'll get the honey bee chart, the berries, bees, and stitching please chart, and the Be Kind spool chart. Use a 1 if you're interested in this bundle. Bundle number 2. This is kind of more the scripture bundle is what I'm calling it. So leave a 2 if you would like these 2 charts. So we have Sunflower Blessing. I really love that. And we have Love One Another. So if you would like these 2 charts from Crafty Bluebonnet, please use a 2 somewhere in your comment. And finally, we have the Patriotic chart, or Patriotic bundle. Please use a 3 somewhere in your comment if you would like this bundle. We have Patriotic cookies. We have the Old Glory Cafe. I love the eagles on this. And we have the darling Patriotic berry. So cute. If you would like the Patriotic bundle, please use a 3. Thank you so, so much, April, for sharing these charts with me and with the stitching community. Good luck to everyone. Okay, I like to sneak in the giveaways every once in a while here. So the next thing is Fat Quarter Shop has sent me the March, I believe, Sew Sampler, and we're going to open it up together and see what is inside. Now, the price of the Sew Sampler did increase a little bit, but it's still really, really good savings. I know there's quite a few of box openers out there who have shared this. So I'm not going to share the price breakdown on everything, but it is still a savings. So this is Sweet Springtime. And as always in the box, you get the little card that tells you everything you get in here. So the first thing is the Pastel Prairie Jolly Bar, which is a beautiful Jolly Bar of fabric. I love this collection. This is by, I think, Heather Briggs of My So Quilty Life. Yes, I'm correct about that. Yippee. And really pretty, beautiful pastel colors. That's valued at $24.98. It looks like you get, it's telling you all the things in here. I want to show you the pattern though, so let me take out a couple things. You get the taffy pattern, which works with that Jolly Bar. On the back, it tells you, hold on, we're going to have to take everything out of here. The taffy pattern, it tells you everything else you need to complete this if you choose to sew that. Got block 12 for the flowering block, plus the finishing instructions. That was the last one for the flowering block. Then you get this additional Jolly Bar pattern, just another option for that. And this is the instructions for the magnetic ruler. It's a little 2-inch magnetic ruler that you can put on your ruler to hold it in place. And this is a custom 2.5 by 6.5 ruler from Creative Grids for Fat Quarter Shop. I love Creative Grids rulers. This is a really nice little ruler. Love that. And finally, you get some, what color is this? Let me see if it says on here. Yep, it sure does. Light salmon, Aurifil cotton. Is it Mako thread? So that coordinates back to all of this. And I forgot to tell you the prices of everything, so that wasn't very helpful on my part. I'm really excited for this. I have all of the pieces. Have I sewn any? No, but I have it all. So there's that. So really pretty. I love the sew sampler. Words are so hard. I love the sew sampler each month. Really, really beautiful pieces. And just want to say thank you to Fat Quarter Shop for sending that along. I am excited to play with some of the components and see what I can come up with. Okay, next week, I do want to let you guys know that I do have another free video, free template and video for you guys, and I am going to share a couple of Easter things that I have worked on that I'm really, really excited to share with you. So stay tuned for that. Likely they will be on my social media prior to next Sunday's Flosstube. So if you don't follow me, please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all of the things. And I think that is it for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please make sure, if you're interested in any of those giveaways from Crafty Bluebonnet that I shared here during the video, you leave the numbers that you're interested in, and we will draw winners next week and announce those not in the next Flosstube, but the one after. And I think that is it. So thank you, as always, for joining me for another Flosstube episode. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for spending some of your time with me. It means the world to me. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and very excited for springtime, excited for warmer weather. I'm excited for the trees blooming, green grass, flowers, all of the things. So have a wonderful week. I will be here next week for a Flosstube episode on Easter Sunday. So give you something to enjoy maybe in the evening when you're stitching, or on Monday afterwards, or anytime, whenever it works for you guys. But have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody. I can't even make this up. I'm so out of practice from missing 1 week. I didn't record anything I just talked about. I am so happy to be here with you guys today. It is March the 29th, 2025. No, it's not. Last week, no,